Amen. Amen again. Amen. Man. Amen. 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 Ooh, good God Almighty. Woo! I might be doing something different today. Oh boy. Yes, sir, Doc. Steve. that mean it's doing what it's supposed to do, bro. Steve, what you doing, man? You working? You home? What you doing, brother? You been playing it? Okay. These drums just sound good, bro. Woo, that's cold. Woo. That's cold. That's cold. This is off script. This ain't, I don't know what style this is. Good grief. I have no clue what style this is. I'm just going off the cuff. You didn't, bro. Dama said, I never knew you could have expanded the portion on the bottom. And Logic. Woo! That's what I'm doing. Which part you talking about? I'm trying to figure out which part you talking about, bro. And how you doing, man? That's hilarious. That's what I want to do anyway. One more time. you can make it. You can do whatever. Yep. Yeah, bro. You can do whatever you want to, bro. This is different, Steve. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, Steve. Woo. drums. That man said chop. All right, let me record this because even though I was joking, it might work. And then I'm gonna do something else. This is off script, inspired by the drums. Oh yeah, that gonna be crazy. West Coast. I'll let Steve throw some organ on there. I'm gonna do this because even though I was joking, it sounded good. This is off script. I'm supposed to be making a quartet song, but the drums inspired me. That that we were kind of dusty. That second one. That jump ride. Ooh-wee. That ride. Ooh-wee. Except for where I gave out at. All right, let me switch up. Let me switch up. I'm off. I'm off my agenda. Let me switch up. Let me make a new session. 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 All right, bro. I'm gonna send it to you, Steve. Steve, you still you I can't even tell. You still be doing your solo stuff? Y'all, I wrote a song for Steve, man. That's insane. Oh, the Ayo, Steve. The comments ain't as late today. Put up a 1 in the chat. Yo, the comments are a little bit faster. That's fire. That ain't bad. It's slow, but it's a little bit faster. I believe they done kind of fixed that. I believe they done fixed that. Y'all, I wanted to play a session for y'all that someone's supposed to send, but I still gotta wait for it to be sent to me the right way. Steve, you got Keyscape? If you do, let me tell you what's killing. Well, I'm finna brag. Bruh. I use Logic. I was finna brag on a sound in Keyscape, right? But Steve got the real thing in his house. So that flex was finna miss. That flex was finna miss. Steve, I finna show you this, and you got this mug in your crib. Steve got this thing in his house, and I'm talking about Keyscape. I'm weak. Streamyard. Streamyard, my. I ain't heard no CP70 and no Quartet record, Steve. Not lately. There's probably some from back in the day. For somebody come in here and chop my head off for saying that. I posted a status today, y'all, um, about about Quartet not being dead, but some of the methods are kind of hurting us, and it's true. I want to ask. I'm gonna ask Steve and Ma a question. Who everybody in here who want to talk? I want to ask a question real quick, and I'm gonna ask this question to people who want who don't mind talking back to me. But I have a question. Um, why I've noticed. I'm gonna give the observation first, Steve, and then you and Ma answer. I've noticed that when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to the things that have been, what do I see? Oh, when it comes to the things that I've been like that I be talking about with like quartet and stuff, why do people be I need to let me borrow that studio lodge so I can practice my hey, hey I'm weak. Look, I've been trying to figure out like talking about this quartet stuff, there has been a lot of people who have there's been a lot of people who have inboxed me like, bruh, you're saying the quiet things out loud, and we need to discuss these things because they are real and they're not gonna go away just because we're quiet. I have some people that are super supportive and super grateful and super thankful and have been thinking what I'm thinking for a long time. However, there are also people who are like upset. Steven, help me because Steve, you deal with people as like a teacher, as a professor. Help me understand what can be upsetting about oh, I gotta fix that too. Okay. What can be upsetting about the the conversations of like business and like the pros versus lokes and like decisions and low bars and promoters. Like when I bring up all of these subjects, like why do people get upset that I'm talking about it? I want to understand that. And what type of people, like if you had to like characterize the type of person that would be upset, what would be like the description of the type of person that would be upset and why? Because I want to understand. Yeah, I keep looking at that thing because these lamps don't look right, but that's me. Don't worry about me. Steve, what you think, brother? I want to hear what Steve got to say. Oh, these are the exact same. Here I am, not knowing that this whole time. I'm asking because I want to honestly like understand. I'm seeing so much that's bothering me in my background. Hold on, let me fix this. Hold on, let me fix this. Y'all stay right there. I'm here, y'all. I'm here. I'm here, y'all. I just had to move something. I'm here. I'm here. All right. Did anybody comment or no? No, ain't nobody comment. My boys probably go. Um, Mont said this. People. I'm gonna say people, and I'm gonna say people. So I don't. So Mont don't get me banned for reading this comment. People don't want business to go both ways. I feel like it's the same situation as far as musicians in general. It's always business until a musician comes with their stuff in order. Now all of a sudden, we're not doing it for the Lord. We're only worried about a check. That's a very good point, Mark. Very good point. My brother Steve said change makes people uncomfortable. Also, those who make others aware of the holes and lack thereof because of the lack of knowledge will automatically make them upset because they are unwilling to change or do what needs to be done to make it better. Okay. However, if everybody was agreeing with you and not having opposition, I would question your view. Ooh, Steve, that's good. What you said is good too. It's like, yeah, and I think that's what's the crazy thing. Like to Mon's point, one thing I'm learning is whenever I posted this a couple of times. Whenever somebody call us to play for a church service, we're doing it unto the Lord, but we doing it for the person that called us to play. I'm not playing when I go play at a church service. I'm not playing for the Lord. I'm playing for that church. When I go play, if I go play for the uh, gospel harmoniers, if the gospel harmoniers call me to be their keyboard player, when I get to the gig, I ain't playing for the Lord. I'm playing for the gospel harmoniers. I'm playing unto the Lord. I am grateful and I give my gift back to him through service and gratitude. But when you hire me to do a job, I'm not doing that job for the Lord. I'm doing that job for you who hired me. And it's crazy. Why it to your point, man, it's like, why do I need to be integral and on time and on point and all of this stuff? If that's the case, man, I should be able to say, the Lord don't operate in time, so I ain't never late. By that logic, I could get there when I feel like it if I'm doing it for the Lord. The Lord, the Lord is always and forever here. It don't matter what time I get here, he gonna be here. So if I'm playing for him, being on time is not something that even matters. That sounds hilarious. When somebody hire us, any of us, me, Mont, Steve, any other musicians that's watching this or watch it later, if you call us to do a service or a concert or a gig or a prayer breakfast, we are not playing for the Lord. When people have a brand that never changes and the one model that still doesn't ever fix issue, they get upset when the improved version presents itself and people see the logic in it. Yeah, Steve, yes. Steve, now I got to go to Steve's points. It's like and it's like disruption is scary. But instead of saying I'm scared, people are saying shut up. Instead of people saying, man, I'm afraid to try that because I've been doing what I've been doing for so long. People want me to be quiet. I don't. So they projecting fear, I guess. I'm just trying to figure it out genuinely. I'm genuinely curious because we all deal with this type of stuff in different arenas. I just happen to be doing this about Quartet online, but we all go through this. TJ Wilson in the building. TJ can help. TJ can help with this conversation too. TJ, I was asking Steve, like, definitely, they won't ask us what we charge. They already said, you just, but we'll pay our yeah, yeah, that's real. TJ, I asked the boys why I was saying like with the stuff I be saying about business and quartet and like pros versus lokes and all that, what puts people in the position to be frustrated that I speak about it. And another thing I want to say that I think needs to be dealt with in general, and I don't think this is a quartet thing. I think this is a human thing. And I've said this before on here. Telling the truth is not bashing, y'all. And then this just coming to my mind from like thinking about what Steve is saying and stuff. Like being honest is not bashing. Bashing is when you have a conversation concerning a person where everything you say is negative. There's nothing positive, there's nothing constructive, it's just destructive. Everything that's wrong with them, everything they ain't gonna never be, all of their secrets, all of the rumors piled up into one gumbo of conversation. That's bashing to me. When you get on the phone and be like, bruh, that man, he ain't this and he ain't that, and you heard, man, you know he been doing this and that, and man, he ain't gonna never be nothing, man. He ain't this, he ain't that. That's bashing to me. But saying that it makes no sense to go 12 hours from home for no money, that's not bashing. That's logical. Saying being booked and busy ain't pro is not bashing. It's just true. It's just like musicians. All right, so let me go to another sector of music. Well, I got my brothers in here that experience it all. Hey, yeah, they love that boy. Hey, Mark, that is one. It's a human thing, business thing, a control thing, a manipulation thing. When people speak up about what doesn't make sense, um, those who know it, those who know it doesn't, or those those ignorant of it push back. Logic makes people uncomfortable. Yes, I'm learning that. Like for instance, like when you say, like if we say in another sector of music, if we say, like if Steve were to say, musicians need to know how to do more than play shout bumps. Because if there's an opportunity for you to do a gig that requires more than just shouting, you won't be prepared for it. That's not bashing musicians. But I do now that I said that out loud, I do understand how that could make a musician feel that only plays shout bumps. However, to the shout bumping musician, that is not it. That is not a time for you to be offended. That is a time to you to a time for you to reflect and ask yourself: do I want to do more than just church services? And if I want to do more than just church services, eh, if I want to do more than just church services, Steve is actually right. Now, if I'm only interested in doing shout bumps, then the heck with what Steve's saying. But if you desire to do gigs outside of church services, then you might want to tighten up. Being booked because you're available and cheap is nowhere near the same as being booked because you're top tier. Month. That's heavy. Being booked because you're available and cheap is nowhere near the same as being booked because you're top tier. That is heavy. TJ, I don't care about your feelings. I'm trying to help you. Hey, listen. And I don't think we have enough. I don't know, y'all. My brothers in here. I really ain't got no agenda. I'm just talking to my boys because I'm curious. And you know what be crazy? The same type of people who would be offended by us saying these things will critique other things with their whole chest. So I don't understand. I don't understand. So I think what I think how I plan to look at it for the rest of my life is, as long as I do what I do with good intentions, in love, and as long as I walk in integrity, and as long as I keep helping the people that I've been called to, let the hit dogs holler. I guess I ain't trying to hear the advice. I will never. Woo! And if you ain't trying to hear the advice, I will never offer again. Woo! Woo! We be needing. I care about their feelings in the long run. There's one thing you can't get back in life, and that's wasted time. God can restore years, but not time wasted. Boy, y'all talking in these comments, brothers. That wasted time thing is crazy. That wasted time thing is crazy because people will people will people will waste your time. And here's the thing. People will waste your time with very little to offer you and then be handling you like you owe them something. So this okay, so I'm gonna ask TJ. I'm gonna ask TJ and Steve because they both in here. Do y'all ever deal? Because I know I dealt with it in quartet before, but I want to just make an example. I just want to show people that it's not just oh, you know how I am about time. We had many right. So listen, I got a question though. Have y'all ever dealt with a client? I'm talking to the musicians, either a client or somebody who asked you to do something and they got 50 million demands of you but don't got your money. Steve, have you ever dealt with a person who talked to you like they paid you top dollar but they actually ain't paid you at all or ain't paid you all that they owe you? Has that ever happened to y'all? I think that is asinine. When you need somebody to do something for you and it costs you money that you don't have, humble thine self. Steve, listen, I there was a situation that I was in and I'm like, you the tone in which you speak, the tone in which you speak sounds like you dropped 10 grand in my account. But you in the red. How do you have this posture and this tone and this energy in the red? I don't understand. When you in the red, you just need to hush and be grateful for whatever you get. How you talking to me about deadlines and what should have been done and what ain't been done, and you in the red? Mm-mm-mm. That's somebody real name Monk. Something in my tooth. That's. I'm starting to understand. Like I've experienced that before. Like I've experienced that before in church with preachers. It's like, hey man, calm down. I'm here for $50. There should be some more gratitude. Instead, you treating me like you flew me across the country, gave me a per diem and $1,000 a night for the revival. You did not, man. Oh, Ma, that's a real person named Ma. I'm weak. That we have to be careful when somebody's doing something for you and it costs you money that you don't have. Why be careful how you fix your mouth to say stuff. Bruh, it's the demands for me. TJ, how you got demands in the red? I don't understand, bruh. And people be thinking like I'm weird and arrogant because I just say no. Like, hey man, can you MD? No. Can you program? No. Can you produce? No. Man, he think he know everything. No, I just know that you're going to require too much of me and come out your mouth talking in a tone that does not match the budget that you can't meet. And instead of going there and being frustrated and having tension between us, I'd rather it's more peaceful for me for you to just assume that I'm arrogant than it is for me to get into that situation and allow you to be disrespectful and demeaning and demanding of me without having what I charge. How I'm doing you a favor, but you talking to me like I'm not doing what you paid me for, but you ain't paid me. There should be some gratitude there. There should be some gratitude there. When I'm doing you a favor, when you talk to me, you should sound like I'm doing you a favor. You shouldn't sound like you paying me. Or if I give you a discount because you came to me and told me what you don't got in the process of getting the work done, your energy needs to match your inability to meet the budget. Your energy needs to match your inability to meet the budget. So I'm not TJ, Steve, Ma. I'm not the only one that has dealt with that. It makes me feel a lot better. It makes me feel a lot better that I'm not the only one that's dealt with that. Artists, when you hire somebody and you desire for them to provide a service for you, and you really don't have what it takes to hire them monetarily, please don't talk out the side of your neck. Please come to them with respect and humility, knowing that you don't got the bread for real. Golly. It should be more like, man, I appreciate you doing this at a discount. This is when I would like for things to be done, but I know that you have other things that needs to be done. I know you got to work to feed your family, and I'm kind of just giving you the little bit that I can. So this is my desired deadline. This is my desired date, and if it's possible that we can meet it or get anywhere close to it, that would be amazing. And is it okay if I check in with you every so often to see where you are? That's how you come to people when you broke, man. You can't be broke and swinging your sack. You can't be broke and swinging your sack. That is insane to me. How are you broke and swinging your sack? Watch how you talk to me and you don't got no money to pay me. Please, please. I'm helping you. You're not helping me. Okay, at the beginning of the year, I'm not taking any extra gigs. My 2 Sunday services will be the only obligation in my life. Hey, Ma, lock in, bro. Bruh, Steve, and I think people, and TJ told me and TJ was on the phone the other day because me and TJ talk a lot, brother to brother, about life and business and stuff. And he was just like, man, that's why I just do business. And it's like doing stuff in good faith for people is dead. If you're not like my close, like Steve and TJ, they like close to me. So they can never about get me to do anything for $0. They like people like that, they nearby can get me to produce a whole song for them for $0. But that's because I've been knowing them, if not all my life, most of my life. And they not gonna be talking sideways to me, man. I'm happy to help my brothers. They don't talk sideways to me. It's these, ooh, I almost forgot I was online. Fellas, I almost forgot I was online. I'll say this. I've been doing production and writing and playing and arranging and MDing for a long time. And a lot of people that present themselves to be pros and prolific and have emotion, behind the scenes they don't got no motion. And I'm gonna tell y'all something that's going I'm gonna tell y'all something else that's going I ain't gonna say that. Not yet. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say it one day. I ain't gonna say that yet. Woo-wee. I just like the way crazy. Woo. But what I'm saying is, if Steve charge $1,000 to produce a song, and all you got is $400, when you call and text Steve about your song, your energy needs to match that $400. If Steve price is $1,000 to produce a song, and he chooses to look out for you because of his love for you, and you telling him all you got is $400, if he accepts that task for $400, all I'm asking is that when you speak to him about that song, speak to him with $400 energy. Don't speak to him with $5,000 energy. Speak to him with $400 energy. Yes, Steve said yes, so he should be integral. Yes. Steve said yes, so it's nothing wrong with you communicating with Steve to see how the process is going. There's nothing wrong with that. TJ, because he can turn into $400 quality is insane. And then here's the thing: if it turned into $400 quality, then there will be the narrative as if Steve is the one that's unprofessional. Man, he didn't give me what I paid for. Yes, he did. Man, I paid that man to produce a song for me, man, and he was trash. He didn't even do what he was supposed to do. If he only get $400, if he only got $400 for somebody else, that's another conversation. And don't go around telling people Steve too high. Just humbly go to somebody. If Steve say no to you because he charged $1,000, going to everybody telling people, man, don't fool with Steve, man. His price is too high. He trying to rob people. Oh my gosh, man. Quit with that, y'all. You just can't afford it. Stop going around saying Steve robbing people. Literally, bro, if I ain't learned anything from being around the musicians I've been connected with recently, it's nobody gonna respect anything you say, request if you can't play, don't have a good. Hey, that's a big fact. $400 quality is gonna write Fruity Loops. Hey, Fruity Loops done made some Grammy winning songs, bro. And the artists who pay more for the work. Hey, listen, y'all. This all I'm saying. It's crazy because it's not just quartet. That's why I'm asking y'all, because it's a thing. It's like our egos be tied up into our work. And I know what it's like for my ego to be tied into my work. I know what it's like to be prideful of what I do. And I know what it's like to desire and expect things of people who said they were going to do things for me. But I also try my darndest to be realistic in how I communicate. If Steve is doing me a favor and going to do the organ on a song for me for free, it don't matter when I want it back. Whenever I get it back, I'm going to be grateful. It just so happened that Steve is super integral and he takes his relationships very seriously. So if he could do it the same day I asked for it, he would. But that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is if it took him 3 weeks, he doing it for free. So guess what that means? If he's doing it for free, guess what that means? He has to get away from his family and not be doing and decide to not do something that pays him so that he can do something for me for free. I should have a level of gratitude for that. I should have a level of gratitude for that. That causes me to not call him in 3 days and be like, bruh, where the track at, bro? You say you was going. No, you don't. When a grown man with a family, when a grown person with a family decides to do something for you for free or for a discount, the energy in which you bring to conversations about that work need to match what you paid or did not pay. Y'all ain't got enough humility and gratitude with your $100. Absolutely, Mont. I'm just at a point where I'm gonna say everything that come to my heart and mind. I'm gonna just start spilling it out because we need to have these conversations. And people be behind closed doors that actually do be bashing each other and trashing each other down to the ground and being frustrated. And I'm gonna just start coming on the internet and just telling the truth, so we can just have the conversation out loud. Let's just say the quiet parts out loud. There's a lot of people who be hiring people and be wanting people to do stuff for them, and you ain't got no money, but when you talk to them, you act like you overpaid them. Your energy need to match your budget, bro. From now on, when you hire somebody, your energy need to match your budget. A 4-minute track can take a whole week to perfect. Exactly, man. And it's like, just because you don't care about your time mean I don't care about mine. It's like, bro, can you do me a favor? Yes, I could. If I decide to do you a favor, don't call me with weird energy. And then if I start telling you no, you around here telling people I'm this kind of person and that kind of person. That's not true. I'm just a person that realized that you're arrogant with no money. So I'm doing both of us a favor by saying no. Am I tripping, y'all? Am I tripping? Y'all let me know in the comments. People who watch the replay, I know y'all might think about it. Y'all might not comment, but just answer me in your head. Am I tripping? Yeah, that's important though, yo. We gotta do better. We gotta do better because things because at the end of the day, especially in gospel, me and my brother TJ was talking. If people start throwing papers out and saying, I would like to be compensated for every single minute that I spend working on your music. And it has to be in writing. And anything that is not on this contract, I'm not obligated to do. Then you really think I'm tripping. Power, what up? Then that's when you go to, man. So it's like the right thing to do is everything black and white. The real right thing to do is say, hey, this is how many hours it's gonna take me. This is how much I'll charge by the hour. If you would like for me to do this within this time, it actually costs more to have a rush on it. Um, and also you get this many revisions for this price. Any other revisions that you would like, it would be an additional fee. People are lucky that we don't talk like that and do like that, but I'm gonna start doing that because that's what I'm supposed to be doing anyway. But loving people and doing stuff in good faith, they going back and abusing it. You abusing it. You abusing the privilege of not being hit. Because I should have charged you triple of what I charged you. And I should have charged you 5 extra fees for all the other things you asked me to do on top of that. And then I should have paid you another fee for using my lights. Then I should have paid you another fee because you asked me to do something to help somebody else. That ain't my job. So I should have been paid 10 different times for this one project. And I didn't do that. But now you talking to me like you so gangster in business. No, you're not gangster or business. You're not gangster or business. What is you talking about? Hush and wait. You should be grateful. What in the world? You in the red. How do you have this tone in the red? How? I don't understand. All I'm saying is when you broke and you want high quality from people and you broke, the energy you should have when you communicate with them about that project is on the level of the budget. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The way in which you speak to people that you hire when you don't have enough to pay them, you should be mindful of it. You should be mindful of the energy in which you bring to a conversation. When you ask about something, when you would like something to be changed, when you would like to know when something will be finished, there's nothing wrong with any of those things. But there is something wrong with bringing an arrogant, demanding, forceful, egotistical energy to a situation where you don't got the money to pay for the services. Am I making sense? Like church people say, am I making sense in here? There's a lack of gratitude for people doing you favors, man. There's not enough humility for the amount of favors that you ask for because of your situation. When you broke, there should be more gratitude. When you broke, there should be more humility in your communication style when you are following up about your project. Following up is not a problem. Having questions is not a problem. Wanting to know how things are coming along is not a problem. But doing so with the type of energy that matches a person who paid top dollar, uh, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then when people tell you no or charge you their price and don't budge, you all going all around town talking about how they trying to hit you in the head. No, they not trying to hit you in the head. It just takes 2 weeks of their time away from their family and any other thing that could pay them to do what you're asking them to do. So they're not hitting you in the head. They're making sure that their family and their children that they are spending time away from can be fed and clothes can be put on their back and that money can be put in the savings account after those 2 weeks of work. That's all. That's all. All they're doing, they're not hitting you in the head. They're not hitting you in the head. They are properly charging you for the time it takes to do what you're asking. That's not getting hit in the head. And we disrespecting what it takes to do high quality stuff. It's super disrespectful, bro. And then the energy you got about it is off. You broke, and I'm trying to look out for you, and your energy don't match your budget. Your energy don't match your budget, and I'm being nice about it. And I'm gonna stop being nice about it. Hey man, your energy don't match your budget. Your energy is exceeding your budget. You got more attitude than you got money. You got more demands than you got dollars. You got more demands than dollars. You got more demands than dollars. TJ, that's a whole different can of worms. TJ said, just have humility across the board, whether you got the money or not. You hope you opening up a whole nother can of worms, bro. And then when people discern that you broke and arrogant, you mad because they don't want to work with you. People got to know how to be a good customer too. Right. Exactly, bruh. Exactly. Exactly. Just because you got the money don't give you the right to talk to me any kind of way. Whoa, Wilson. Yeah, TJ, that's a fact. But if you gonna be calling me demanding stuff, if you gonna be talking to me like you P. Diddy, I need you to be paying 10 times my rate. And I need you to put me up in a special hotel where I have a view to only work on your music with my laptop for a month. And I need to be getting gourmet food. If you're gonna be having boss record executive Clive Davis, L.A. Reid, Columbia Records, Capitol Records, Energy clocking all of my minutes, I need to be compensated for all of them in a penthouse with a studio set up and a view with glass and champagne anytime I need it and room service that I don't have to pay for. That's how y'all talk to people when y'all need something from them. Y'all talk like y'all done put them up in the hotel paying them $1,000 per day per diem and $10,000 a song. That's the energy that y'all bring when y'all communicate. TJ said, even then, watch your mouth. Facts. If you handle business up front and have a plan, see what that gets you. Bro, when you have a business, bro, when a person comes to you to hire you and you respond to them with business, that's offensive to most people, especially in quartet. Good business is offensive to quartetters. I think good business is offensive to church people. I think business is offensive to church people. Is business is business offensive to church people? Steve, TJ, y'all do church. I mean, I do church too, but y'all do church a little more than me. Is business offensive to church? Is the concept of money and good business, and it's like it's only one way too. The crazy thing is it's only one way because the requirement is heavy. The requirement is so heavy. The requirement, be here on time. Make sure they got to do this, do that, do this, do that. Did they have this? Did they have that? And then it's like, okay, now what about what we talked about? Oh man, I ain't got it. You required all this of me. Talk to me sideways. I didn't let that get to me. I didn't raise sand about how you speaking. I didn't. So I don't understand. I don't understand. But am I tripping? No. When people are doing you a favor, bro, let me say this again. When people are doing you a favor and you really can't afford what they are providing, it's nothing wrong with calling. It's nothing wrong with wanting to know the progress of a project. It's nothing wrong with none of that. There's nothing wrong with none of that. Matter of fact, I literally had somebody that I talked to yesterday, the day before yesterday, text me with love. Hey, asked about a project. I responded and was like, hey, based on what you told me, this is what's been going on. Client texted me back and was like, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what dates I got. And I respected that so much. TJ said, when people doing you a favor, hush. That's what I'm saying. When people doing you a favor, hush. That's how I feel about it. When people doing you a favor, hush. Watch your tone and keep your hands on your head. Yo, that's how I feel about it, bro. But it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's church brain. I don't know what it is. The requirements and demand. It's like, I don't know because in church, when it comes to church culture, let's talk about it. When it comes to church culture, preachers will talk to you any kind of way and expect a lot of you for a weekly check. They'll want you not to do nothing else. They'll want you to play at every revival service. They'll say something disrespectful from the pulpit to you while you on your instrument. So maybe people think that's right. Just maybe because it's been done for so long, people think it's right. It's not right. They require so much for peanuts. Yes, it's crazy. It's like, man, watch how you talking to people, especially when they helping you. When I'm playing for when I could be doing anything else. Here's the thing. A lot of people ruin the favor of their relationships because their ego overshadows the situation. There are people who are undeserving of the access they have to people. And instead of maximizing that with humility, they talk to them people like them people owe them something. Boy, it is an honor and a privilege that certain caliber of people will stop what they doing to help you. Do you know that? I have friends and family right now who, even though they've known me since I was popped out of my mother's womb, it is an TJ. It's so many people I can name. I ain't gonna name, but there's so many people, blood family, close friends. No matter how long they've known me, it is an honor and a privilege for them to do me a favor because of where they are right now in their careers and in their lives. Do you think I'm finna talk to them sideways because we've been knowing each other for a long time? No, I have respect for the caliber of people who I am connected to. There are some of y'all who have proximity to people you don't deserve to share a space with anymore. And when they decide to help you, hush. It is an honor and a privilege that they are entertaining your existence when their career has surpassed where you are. They have to reach back to help you. Watch how you talking. They have to take a break from the clouds to come down and help you. Watch how you talking. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? My lip trembling. The soul says, shut up and start praying. That's hilarious. And that makes sense. When you got high caliber people, when you have extremely gifted people, when you have people with vision, when you have people with skills that could be doing any other thing for any amount of money, if they choose, because of their love for you and their rapport with you, if they choose to come to your rescue when you tell them what you ain't got, watch how you talk to them. If you tell them what you ain't got and they still decide to help you, watch how you talk to them. Please. Please watch how you talk to them. Don't think more highly of yourself than you ought to and then project that onto them. You're not an award-winning artist who has done movies with a 6-figure budget to get your project done. So don't have that kind of energy. You can't have that kind of energy. You can't have mega pastor energy. You can't have millionaire mega pastor energy when we had to do this for you for a discount and you still couldn't afford it. You cannot handle anybody with mega pastor energy. You cannot handle anybody with superstar energy. You can't have that energy. TJ said you shouldn't have that energy either way, which is correct. But you definitely shouldn't have it if you ain't got the bread, bro. And that's important because people who could, okay, let's talk about it. People who could help you if you had the patience to wait a year, you end up losing a relationship with because you tried to rush them in 2 months and you were disrespectful in your style of communication. So now the project ain't going to be all it could have been because ain't nobody about to spend their time working on nobody project who don't got the money and is disrespectful. And the relationship is ruined. So you don't even have access to that caliber of person anymore. You don't even have access to that person anymore. So the caliber that all of your stuff could have been through relationship has now been ruined because you came to the situation with an energy that just don't match where you are. Gotta be careful, man. You gotta be mindful. Listen, I'm a humble solo artist that don't got enough money. I don't have a lot of money at all. And I have access to a really professional people who do things on a very high level. Whatever they need from me and however long it's going to take, I'm going to be patient because number one, I know that I can't afford them to stop what they're doing to do what they're doing for me. So every time they stop what they're doing to do what they're doing for me, I am grateful. And I also know that under the circumstances, if I allow them the freedom and the flexibility to offer what they bring to the table to this project in a time that's reasonable for them, even if it takes twice as long as I desired, I'm getting a product that could change my life that I cannot afford. Instead, you calling and texting people with sideways energy and still in the red. You got to open tab that you are not capable of paying with requirements that's running the tab up and you couldn't pay in the first place. Your energy don't match that though. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. When you hire people that you can't afford and they have the love for you and they have love for you and they believe in you enough to say yes in spite of, watch your tone. You can call, you can inquire. Just watch your tone because you can't afford it. That's all. Just watch your tone because you can't afford it. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Because you can ruin a relationship and halt your project. All because, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why people do it. But whenever you do it, you got to put it in check or you're not going to have access to those people anymore. And then you're going to have to work with people who don't do a good job, who is going to actually put you on the contract. Cause that's gonna be the funny part. The funny part is gonna be when you got to work with somebody who's not as good, who is actually demanding that business be done. It's gonna be the person who can't do what the high caliber person can do and charge you for every single thing they do. Then you're gonna be like, dang, I messed up. Yep. Cause they actually doing good business, even if they ain't as good as the person who did what they did in good faith, who you disrespected, thinking you are somebody you are not. Well, just be careful, bro. We got to be careful because a lot of artists have proximity. Listen to me. A lot of artists have proximity and relationship to high caliber people who don't owe them nothing, who would do anything for them. When you have high caliber people in your circle or in your vicinity that would reach down to help you do anything, regardless of how much money you have or don't have, take a deep breath and deflate your chest. Because that's favor. And don't allow your ego to ruin your favor. Don't let your ego ruin your favor, man. You got people, Dove Award, Grammy Award, Stella Award, winning people who willing to help you when they don't have to. And they have been surpassed where you are. When you ask them to do something and they do it for you for the low or nothing, deflate your chest. Quail, what up, brother? Please deflate your chest. Please deflate your chest. Because watch how you talking, bro. Quail, I'm so proud of y'all, boy. Please deflate your chest, man. Because when people start, because here's the thing. If people start hitting you the way they supposed to hit you, if the homies start saying, call my assistant and let me talk to my lawyer, this is my hourly rate, this is my flat rate to produce, this is how much it costs to engineer, this is how much it costs to program, this is how much it costs to MD, this is how much it costs to co-write, and all of those are different fees. So if you want me to do a song for you, it actually costs $15,000 because every single role that I play has a separate fee. And I won't do this until my lawyer has looked over the contract. And any breach of contract means that I'm allowed to halt this project at any time that any part of it is breached. Anytime a deadline is not financially met, I am legally allowed to terminate this agreement. If people start doing that, if people start doing what they actually should be doing Then you'll be telling everybody they think they grand. Even let me tell y'all something. I don't care how long I've known you. If I have a business and we boys, and I decide to send you to my assistant, I am not being grand. I'm doing business. Bruh, the grind was real. Me and Quill got stories. Shout out Quill Dickens, man. Bruh, we done seen it all, Quill. And let me say something, Quail in here. Let me tell you something. Let me say something to Quail while he in here. Everybody didn't grow up in a humble and loving culture like we did. Absolutely, bro. So listen, let me tell y'all. Let me talk to Quail for a minute. This take a turn. Quail has been doing gigs with the Smitty band, and they've been going somewhere everywhere. And I bet y'all they have been treated way better in secular environments than they have in quartet environments. And I bet you the business be right and people don't be talking to them sideways. Quartets will tell you where you better be and be docking pay that they ain't even fully got in the first place. How you docking me when you don't even got my fee? And how you demanding that I be somewhere when you don't got the money to help me get there? Quail said, I promise you, and it be love out there. See, man. We got to do better. We got to do better. It's like a toxic Christian culture. Like, it's a toxic church culture or something. I see that. I definitely seen preachers do it. I'm like, sir. I'm like, pastor. Evangelist, you talking to the boys like you flew them here first class. Yeah, you look good on the internet. Your flyers is sweet, but tell the truth. We here because we love you, not because you had our money. So I don't care how many likes you get. I don't care how many times your hooping and shouting done went viral. You can't afford us, bruh. Deflate your chest, evangelist. Please. Watch how you talking. That should be, all I'm saying is you should be humble anyway, but you should be double humble when people of high caliber are doing favors for you, regardless of what you have or don't have monetarily. You should be double humble. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you shouldn't require anything. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow up. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to ask for things to be done. But I'm saying the manner in which you go about communicating it should match the energy of what you were or were not able to pay for that service. That's what I'm saying. Y'all chew on that. I got to go. I love y'all. Peace.